What is going on, everybody? Welcome. Welcome to tonight's Mystery Knife giveaway live event. As the title says, we have, sorry, let me mute this. There we go. We have 3 mystery knives to give away. That'll be announced later, just readjusting. YouTube has decided that if you're going to live stream with your phone, they start off your camera with the front-facing lens by default. So at the beginning of every live stream, I have to change it from the view of my ceiling and then adjust all of the knives to fit on camera. Okay. How is everybody doing? There we go, looking good. Let's see here. Let me do quality is max. There we go. Okay. Yeah, went early tonight because we have to get up early tomorrow, and it's probably best, if I'm gonna do this, it's probably best that I do this a little bit early tonight. So yeah. Let's see, can we move some of these up a little bit? Make it even? Okay, whatever. What is up? Oh my god, I've missed 4 lives in a row because of lack of notifications. Yeah, I noticed that only 5% of you are getting notifications, and this is like pretty normal for YouTube now. It's like all channels. Only like 5% of people get notifications. So I'll say this right at the beginning, whether you're watching this live right now or you're watching it in the future, my live content is very, it can be a little bit here or there, but Friday nights or Saturday nights, anywhere from 6 p.m. Central Standard Time to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time is usually when I'm doing them. Every now and then you'll get a late one, but it's a good idea to check. I always go for an hour to an hour and a half. That's my consistent schedule, or somewhat consistent schedule. But there is no perfectly consistent schedule. I just can't do it live. Hey, Tri-State, what's up, man? He says just popping in. That's fine. What's up? We we still need to do something. I'm sure everybody's busy. Everybody's just super duper busy all the time. I'd like to say that there's like a down season, but I don't think there is. What's the bottom right? Should we get right to it? Bottom right is my new knife. You guys haven't even seen it yet. Are you ready? Hold on, let me shine it up here. I made a purchase outside of budget, which is very rare for me. But once I saw that it was available, I could not say no. So, when you see the thumbnail, it will say something like, I could not afford this knife, and that's very true. But I bought it anyway and spent like way over the channel budget. This beautiful, beautiful baby is my new Skiff drifter in Damacor and Zerkatai. Boy, I've wanted one for quite a while, and I wanted to wait. I said I'm going to wait for one that's all Zerkatai and polished Damacor, and we got one, number 300. So Zerkatai pivot on both sides, massive Zerkatai pocket clip that's got my fingerprints all over it. Let me shine that up. But yeah, gorgeous stuff. This was the blade shape I wanted, so I waited. Found it at PVK Vegas for about $2,700. But I finally have, and this is a USA custom, I finally have a drifter in my collection, and they are really spectacular. Sorry, I'm being a little protective here. The frame rate is a little poopy on this live stream, so I don't know what the deal is with that. I think it's probably has something to do with. It's also like I have a weird filter on. Do I have a filter? I guess I can do filters in the middle of live streams now. That's weird. I don't know what's going on with the camera tonight. It doesn't want to load the filters. Okay, that's fine. I don't want to mess with it. I don't know why everything looks funny tonight, guys, but the frame rate's low. I think it's because the live camera's defaulting to the front. And I had to switch it midstream to the back. So, I don't know. We're still live. Is the audio okay? Sorry, let me scroll up here. Cheers to spending over budget. It's so thanks. It's so rare that I spend over budget. H Jordan, thanks for your donation. I heard YouTube's killing Adblock. Listen, coming directly from somebody who makes money from ads on YouTube, I kind of think that sucks. But I do just fine. I did just fine with ad blockers, like people using ad blockers. You know, I've never had a problem with that, and I've always done fine. I don't feel like I need to be paid more for ads. So if you used an ad blocker and you're suddenly having it taken away and you'll have to watch ads on my channel, I'm sorry about that. I honestly would be in favor for keeping things exactly the same way. Obviously, this is kind of like, oh, if it were up to me because I'm such a good person. But no, I feel like I've been paid fairly. So I feel for you guys and I feel for me. I'm going to have to reconsider getting YouTube Premium, which I'm sure they're going to funnel people into that because I'm just sick of watching ads. I'm sick of it. So yeah. The table's intense tonight. It definitely is. Definitely. Sorry, I'm trying to refocus. It's so weird. It's like the filter on everything is just bizarre. And the frame rate's like we're doing like, you know, like 15 frames per second right now. Sorry. Top right is a Chungus. Top right is the Hephaestus from Max Ace, which is the knife that kind of, it wasn't me who came up with this term. It was somebody else who said it's kind of like, you know, overbuilt knives used to be kind of not super graceful, not super elegant in terms of like action and, you know, what's the word? Execution. It used to be kind of clunky, like a Medford was kind of what we thought of. And now there are knives that exhibit the same qualities as some of the more graceful, like lesser built or not quite overly intense, super thick. So the term is great knife. And that's kind of what I use to describe knives like the Riot T1000 that still clearly have like the crazy, massive, overbuilt nature to them. But they flip like knives that are much smaller, right? I mean, like, and they have elements of knives that are much smaller. I mean, stuff that we didn't traditionally see in overbuilt knives until here just, you know, maybe within the last couple of years. The knife next to the Skiff, that's a special one. Hold on. I had a, sorry, the dungeon synth is going ham right now. I had a gentleman from South Africa reach out, Anton van der Westhusian, I'm so sorry. It's Anton Knives from South Africa, and this is the Boudica Angel's Finger, which is pretty intense. God, the D10 on it is incredible. It's really heavy, but my God. This is all Cerakote titanium. Zircotite inlays. Look at his inlay work. That is ridiculous. Zircotite clip. He reached out and was like, I'd like you to look at this. I think you'll really like it. And he just donated this to the channel. This is over $1,000 knife. And surprise from South Africa, it's freaking ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The knife makers from South Africa have many secrets that they are keeping to themselves, and I kind of like the mystique in that. But there's a, they obviously trade secrets, and they're doing incredible things. They're doing things that are not present. Their action, for one thing, is in a totally different universe. It is very beautiful. That is the Boudica Angel's Finger from Anton Knives here. In fact, let me share the info here real quick so everybody can make sure. Follow this gentleman, Anton Knives _ on Instagram. There's all his information there. Wow, he has some crazy stuff. He works with the dragon skin Damascus, like the blued ball bearing Damascus, which is stunning. Absolutely stunning. This is probably gonna be a lower population live stream, which is fine because it's earlier than my usual time, but that's totally okay. I just really enjoy doing live streams either way. Is it the stream or is my internet lagging? I mean, so I can bump it to 720 and be fine, but the frame rate is really weird tonight. It's just quirky. I do all my live streams with my phone, and before YouTube updated, I could set the camera however I wanted and go to live. But now I have to start it with the front-facing camera and switch it to the rear-facing camera, after I start the event, which clearly messes with the stream. We also have this sort of weird Harry Potter or freaking Twilight filter on everything, which doesn't make any sense to me, but okay. He said rear. It's 774K now. I wish I could get my streams to at least 1080. Someday. Looks better right now. Okay, well, there we go. That butterbeer do be hidden. Yeah. It looks great on your end. Okay, that's fine. Maybe it's just individually. Okay. My PC, PC specs. The laptop I'm using is a Lenovo Legion 7 Gen 8 with a 4080, 24 core, and I can't remember how much RAM. A lot. I think it's 64 gigs of RAM. I think. Or wait, is that right? Something like that. I think it's 64 gigs of RAM. I don't know. It runs World of Warcraft at like 200 frames per second. It's, yeah, I'm enjoying it. It was an expensive laptop, but I have knives that I've paid more for, so I thought, if I'm gonna buy a laptop I'm gonna do all my channel work. This thing is so unbelievably lightning fast, everything, and the AI chip that's in there will prioritize my internet connectivity so that I'm always the dominant device, and like everything that I do on this computer, whether it is dependent on the internet or not, everything is so stupidly fast. It's just crazy. I'm pretty sure it's 64. I researched laptops for like 2 weeks before I bought this one, and it just dollar for dollar, and it has the RGB keyboard, like the whole thing lights up, and it when I want it to just look like a regular laptop, it does look like a regular laptop. It doesn't look, it doesn't look like something that would be an ultra powerful laptop. But that 4080, I had to have the 4080. What is up? What is up? I'm glad you're enjoying it. So the story on this guy, the TRM. So TRM actually reached out to me directly after I bought that one, and I'll actually get the other one out here real quick. I bought myself a titanium TRM Atom because you know, I like the full tie USA stuff. I bought this guy because they dropped on eKnives, and I didn't even have a chance to put it in my pocket, and they emailed me and said, hey, listen, we know based on what you like, we know you'd like our new texturing better, so why don't you give that one away, and we'll send you one with the textured scales. And I said, okay, definitely. So this is one of the knives that I'll be giving away at 300K, a brand new full titanium 20CV TRM Atom with the pinstripe texturing, which is honestly really, really nice. I don't know if you can see, but like, it's beautiful. This is a completely unused knife and, you know, brand new. Everything's perfect. And then the one that I've actually been carrying, I even have, can I show off my scratch on the pocket clip? Oh, no one's going to believe me if it's not scratched. Maybe I'll scratch it during the live stream to show that I'm a true knife guy. But I have been carrying this. These two have been dominating my pockets. The Herman Sting and the TRM Titanium Atom with this beautiful texturing. Look at this. Look at this. Guys, for real. TRM is off the charts. This is so cool. Why more companies don't do stuff like this is beyond me. It's awesome, and it's functional. Like, it's not aggressive. It's just a nice texturing. I'll just do... Let's put both TRMs out there for right now. You guys can see. So, hold on. I dropped something that the winner's going to want is the card that came with the TRM. I'm going to tell you guys right now, since we're only about 15,000 subscribers from 300K, which, you know, a couple of years ago would have taken a while, but nowadays... You know, that could be right around the corner. I'm going to have a lot of really cool, and I'm going to make sure that the knives I'm giving away are not only desirable, but rare. They will be expensive, desirable, and rare. Since I'm a collector and have the reach of a YouTube knife reviewer collector, I think I should go out of my way to give things away that are sought after and hard to get, right, and expensive. So I'm going to do that. There's going to be some awesome stuff for 300K. Rich Campbell, thanks for that donation. Very kind of you. I promise to spend it on knives. I promise. I like textured better than smooth as well, and I feel like it adds value, even if it's not, you know, you can't, it's not, it doesn't translate to utility, as I've been saying for 5 years. You know, a lot of the value elements when it comes to expensive knives. In fact, the vast majority of value elements when it comes to expensive knives are heavily catered to the enthusiast and have absolutely nothing to do with utility aside from minor things. Or, you know, they're elements that can be found in less expensive knives. They're just not elements that are applied to less expensive materials. Is what I'm saying tracking? I don't know. Sometimes I get to talking and I'm like, am I even connecting the dots here? Hey, James Grider gifted 10 Metal Complex memberships. That was really kind. Thank you very much. Matching tie is a huge pain. I can only imagine. You like milled texture over coated texture. Interesting. I like to see polished DLC, but I'd love to see polished DLC with texture. I think like Hinderer, for example, does a great job texturing DLC. It all looks and feels really nice. Let me turn this synth back up. I can't remember who the gentleman was that turned me on to Dungeon Synth, but it's such a cool atmospheric kind of, you know, and I'm in what I've always described as the dungeon, which is just a giant storage room where I keep all my knife stuff. But it, you know, there are swords and knives and things made of metal everywhere. There's even steel gauntlets down here. I mean, it's really close to an actual dungeon. So the Dungeon Synth really, yeah, you know, it kind of syncs up. Bottom right, that's my brand new custom, sorry, I'm going to be careful. Damacor Skiff Drifter. This is my newest purchase. that was way outside of budget. The itch got me. The itch is very real. I'm 14 years into this hobby, and sometimes it just grabs a hold of you, you know. But this is an ultra piece. That's a Vanax core, Damacore blade. I think that's. I'm pretty sure that's hand satin on the Damacore there. You meant DLC, okay. Yeah, the Skiff knives are like, if you want a USA knife, but you want it to be the same quality as like a Shirogorov, Skiff is one of those. You're gonna pay over $1,000 for a base model. There's a bunch on PVK Vegas right now. I have affiliate links for PVK, but they don't work yet because their guys are working on the website. But there's a link for PVK in my description. I don't get paid off of them right now, but if you want to check out PVK and you don't want to type it into your browser, you can use that. But there's some skiffs on PVK right now. Some of the new ones, actually, if you want that, but with a drop point blade, I think they have the new one. Black bolster, grayish scale. That's the Vero Synapse XL DLC with carbon fiber and zirconium accents. That was way too pretty to say no to. That's just real nice, you know. Polished zirconium is just, man, super sweet. Skiff is definitely a safe clean, though. Immediately after unboxing it, which you guys won't see for a couple of weeks because I had so many knives to unbox, but immediately after unboxing it, I was like, I gotta buy one of these to carry. How is the Flytanium modded bug out? It's over to my right, but it's great. I use it all the time down here specifically, like when I'm cutting out labels when I'm shipping to people. Yeah, there's only 450 people in here. It must be early, right? Well, there's more people than I thought would be in here tonight. I mean, you know, because we're early, for sure. Favorite guitar solo? Let me tell you, I know exactly what it is. And a few of you might actually go and look it up. It's from Lorna Shore, and it's before they changed to the new lead singer, but the guitar solo is from the song Immortal. And it's towards the end. There's a big build-up, and you'll know it, you know. But I know that I've listened to it so many times in the gym because I wait to start new sets for right before the solo hits. I know you guys do that too. Before you have a big deadlift set or a squat set or something, you got a big breakdown that you start the set on. It's a good strategy because you get a little bit extra power from that. You know, it's like taking a plus 50 strength potion. But the line is when you learn your lesson, and it goes boom. And the majesty, the liquid rainbow juice coming off that wizard's fingers when he shreds that axe, man. It is absolute. It's like if you could harness lightning and then enchant an electric guitar with it. If you could somehow harness Thor's lightning and enchant an electric guitar with it, but you could also have 84 fingers and absolutely shred. Dude, it is ridiculous. It is such a ridiculous solo, man. It's so dark and nasty. Yeah, you're supposed to work out. You got to do it a little bit. 3 days a week to maintain. 4-day minimum to make progress towards something. 5 to 6 days a week to make extreme progress towards any goal with the proper diet. The diet goes hand in hand. You don't have to like bodybuild. You know, like there's a million different ways to work out. The best way to work out is the way that works for you. But physical activity is very important. It's physically and mentally healthy. I'm a pretty happy person, and I can say that the times I've been the least happy is when I'm not working out. It's painful, but you get used to it, and the reward, physically, mentally, and emotionally is, oh my gosh, the reward is so worth it. 12-ounce curls 7 days a week. See, you you need to create what's called a caloric deficit. I know that I'm gonna have Gatorade, so I have a deficit that I create. That's just the sound of Gatorade. Don't mind that. But you need that deficit. Hey, thanks to whoever donated those memberships. Thank you very much. Very kind. Happy Friday, chicken wings. What's my smallest knife? Let me get it. It's a funny one. Hold on. Let me find it. There he is. I can't remember where I got this knife, but I have this teeny tiny little slip joint, and I don't know what is going on with it. I don't know where it's made, but I've had it forever. At one point, it was clearly like gold plated. It says USA. I don't know if I believe that, but I kept this thing because it's just a funny little piece of crap. But it's got like what looks like pearl or maybe imitation, you know. But it's just a little weird little slip joint, and this was clearly attached to something at one point. I don't know, but I just thought, you know, what a little teeny tiny little weird little thing, you know. Anyways, knife world's full of fun stuff. I got 3 super cool knives to give away tonight. I think you guys will be really happy. I always try to mix these up and show fun things. Man, my fingernails are disgusting. Sorry about that. I just the live stream lags from when I'm watching it. So I'm watching the pass. It's like a 10-second lag for me, and I'm looking at my fingernails close up, and they're gross. They're always nasty because I don't. Sometimes I get to the gym and I'm like, I'll shower later. MC, I can't comment on channels. I'm sub to just reply. You can't comment? Well, I mean, I can see you should be able to, because I can see that right now. Thanks for your donation, but I can see that right now. You should be able to comment. That's weird, man. I don't know. I mean, you're not blocked or removed from my channel because I can see your stuff there. What do you think of Cobra Tech knives? I don't like them. I don't like their marketing, and they got a weird way of displaying and suggesting where their stuff's made when, you know, weird enough, you can find not just a similar knife, but exactly the same knives on, you know, AliExpress and places like that are from a totally different company. And instead of it's just a clone situation, it might be a rebranding situation. So, yeah. I got to be careful about what I say, but in my opinion, there's a let me say heavily, you know, because I need to make sure that I say this. In my opinion, it looks like it's possible that a little bit of rebranding is going on there. What might appear like a really good USA deal might actually be a ripping of the face off. Sharp by design and Damasteel? I mean, yeah. I don't even know what it is, I can tell you. Yeah, Brian Nadeau is one of the greatest knife designers on earth. Les George folders are absolutely slept on. Absolutely. Les George, that's one of the big ones. I mean, you know, the Holy Trinity will always be Strider, Reeve, Hinderer, but Les George is absolutely like could have absolutely been a candidate. Les George is what happens when you mix Hinderer and Chris Reeve together. That's exactly what happens, and they're absolutely worth the money. That's one of the best U.S. knife makers in that general price tier. It's any channel I'm sub to. I can't reply. You know, that's weird, Edward, but I don't know how I'm seeing your and thank you again for your donation, but I don't know how I'm seeing your donations if you are unable to comment. Can you leave a regular chat? That's weird, man. I don't know. Do I not have a review on a mini Evo? Nuh-uh. Hold on. Hold on, I'm searching this. I have a micro Evo Typhoon design. YouTube or Google pulled it up immediately. Sharpa designed micro Evo Typhoon metal complex from a very long time ago. Google says I only have 277,000 subscribers, so they need to fix that. Let me know if you want to re-review it. Okay. Hey, can we talk about how maybe I'm out of the loop here, but what is Spyderco doing? I'm sure that some of you have thought like, hey, when are you going to like review a new Spyderco knife? I've been wondering that too. What is Spyderco doing right now? I don't understand. I mean, I understand like that. Obviously, they've got some big money makers and some older models, but oh my God, if they've got some Area 51 stuff going on right now, I am itching to find out. They have been so quiet. Am I the only one who feels this way, or are there secrets and things that I don't know about? Spyderco's taking a break. I mean, you know, they're grinding that last gen gold, man. Can you add me to the picker? Okay. You know what? Yeah, give me a sec, Edward. Give me 1 sec. I'll do that for you. Oh wait. Hold on, I gotta find out. Edward Miller. Give me a second here. I'm leaving a comment for you, Edward, on my behalf, so if my comment gets pulled, it'll go to you. And now, if he does win, everybody will say it's rigged. But I'll do that. If you can't comment, then that's fine. I don't want people to be left out. So I left you a comment. Oh, wait. Intense music intensifies. Come on, YouTube. Get my stream back up for me. There we go. Military compression lock is definitely a knife I need to review. In fact, I need to request that somebody who... Has that been released yet? Sorry. Has that been released? Because if it has, I would request that somebody reach out to me. No, it hasn't. Okay. Well, anybody who gets their hands on it, because I'm probably not going to get anything from Spyderco. They don't really care that I exist, which is fine. You know. Honestly, I'm just not famous enough for Spyderco. God, this is intense. But if if somebody gets one and they want to loan it to me for review, I'll send you some swag back. Oh, Chris, you sent too much last time. I'm sorry about that. Thank you. Sorry about that, man. Thanks for your donation. Tell them about me. Tell Spyderco. Be like, hey, there's this guy. There's this guy who's done like 100 videos on you. Maybe they do that on purpose. They might not want to associate, you know, just to make sure that people don't get the impression that like somebody's bought. Daily comments, I get people saying, this guy's bought and paid for, you know. I mean, that's part of the that's nature of the beast, right? I mean, those people aren't watching my content, so they have no idea. But people automatically assume if you're a reviewer, you're bought and paid for. If only they knew exactly how easy it was to just not do that and still have success on YouTube. In my opinion, it is much better. Not that this shouldn't come naturally. It should come naturally to just be honest, first and foremost. But I think it is much better, long-term and short-term, to just be honest. Whether somebody sends you a free $1,000 knife or a free $20 knife, just say what you actually think. Try to differentiate between your opinions and things that are universal flaws, things that will affect everybody, right? Just point it out. It's better for everybody. It's better for the people digesting the content. It's certainly better for the people making the knives, and it's also better for the content creators because people would like to feel like they're getting the right information, right? I mean, it's like, okay, all right, sorry. Now I'm just like giving a speech to myself. Integrity is, it is. I mean, as time progresses, it's ever more important. Things will only get more muddied and confusing. Oh, is Tri-State back in here? Good. I like Tri-State a lot. Oh, who's playing the new Legend of Zelda? I'd be playing that right now, but I don't want to pick up too many games because I for some reason got back into World of Warcraft and Diablo 4 comes out. Oh, there's going to be a lot of people taking a lot of days off work. My brother was like, I might take the whole week off when Diablo 4 comes out. Had to pass on Zelda. Yeah, I'm going to play the new Zelda because I have a Switch now, but I have to play Diablo 4 to the point of exhaustion. Diablo is not a game that you play casually. That's a game that you exhaust completely. And I'm really hoping, but I'm not expecting for Blizzard to do it right off the bat. I have a feeling that we are all in for chaos. Do you remember the launch of Diablo 3? Oh boy, that was an absolute harpoon in the keister for everybody. That was not a good time. Really troublesome. That was just a big hot plate full of apple pie and barbed wire to the face. My God, what a mess that was. Error 37. I have like a dark, just crushing PTSD from... What Paragon level am I in 3? Natural. I've done as much as I can to keep from adding Paragon levels, you know, in a fake way. Like joining people who have like modded gear and then gaining. So 913, not really that impressive. But at a Paragon 913, I haven't played for a long time, but I have a Crusader that was pushing a Greater Rift 101. And this was a long time ago. I think the last time that I was pushing was like 2 years ago. Something like that. Diablo 2 is, that consumed me as almost as much as World of Warcraft, for sure. I mean, like, it's for people wondering, like, why is he talking about video games? These games defined the type of person that I am that, ultimately led to me collecting rare knives. Because those games, they're games where you, like, defeat bosses and stuff, but you are absolutely collecting gear. You're collecting gear that gives you a certain status. And so that got really addicting to me. And the same thing can be said for collecting anything. Pocket knives is certainly something that translates. Borderlands 2, man. I loved collecting all the weird, crazy combinations of guns. Baldur's Gate is an awesome game for sure. You like the Black Dot Hinder? That's a kind of a channel defining. This is a crazy one because it has the Stonewash DLC. It's got fingerprints on it, sorry. This is a very rare finish if you're new to my channel or live streams. But this has the Stonewash DLC, which is different from Blackwash, or it's called Battle Black, and DLC. This is like a shiny DLC, which he doesn't do anymore. Furthermore, it's an XM24, which is they didn't make many of these. So I still remember the day that this popped up on USA Made Blade, just sat there, and I messaged Scott, who I have his phone number, and I was like, I want that. I want that right now. I'll pay for it right now. I just want to let you know I'm buying it. Like, I have to have that knife. For the Horde, Daniel plays Horde. I play Alliance. I know I'm gonna lose some subs for that. The Horde. Looking for a Damascus XM? It depends on how much you want for it. If you're trying to make money on me, I don't know. It depends. There's a specific variant I'm looking for. You can DM me on Instagram and show me what you've got. I might. I mean, I'm already over budget, but obviously that doesn't stop me. You do a good deal? All right, John. Do you have Instagram? I've bought many times off of people who watch and just communicate with my channel. If you have Instagram, you send me a DM. Or you can email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com. It's not very often, but I've probably bought 3 knives from people who've messaged me, just communicated through the channel. Bubble all day. Dan's old school. Go into the librarian. Yeah, man. My first character ever was a Night Elf warrior for Alliance. And I looked through all the races and I thought the Night Elf looks the coolest. So I chose him, gave him some Sephiroth hair. Then currently I play Draenei, Death Knight. But those are really the only 2 classes that I thought that were cool. The wolf class, I can't remember, or the wolf race I thought was kind of cool, and I like the Tauren. If I had to pick a Horde race, I would go with Tauren. Scott and RNG Knife God, only legendary loot drops. I know, right? RNG Knife God for sure. Favorite hinder? The DLT Training exclusive non-flipper Fullard Spear in full titanium. That is the ultimate hinder in my book. The ultimate production hinder anyway. Show the bottom right. All right. That is my new Skiff Drifter in Damacor and Zerkatai. Clip and both pivots. It would be cool to have the backspacer too. They did like an indigo titanium anno and then polished it, which is fine. The filter is not bringing out the color. The color in reality is way more vibrant, like substantially more vibrant. Shell or Marathon? I don't know. It came from PVK Vegas. I can't tell if you're making a joke right. I don't know what you mean. Sorry. Maybe I'm just being stupid. The prettiest knife that I own? Hang on, I got a couple. I'm about to flex on you guys. Since you guys asked about the prettiest knives that I own. I'm about to get out some pocket jewelry, so buckle up. Let me unpack the 80 slot case. The prettiest knives. Hold on. Well, oh boy, do I really want to show this all in one hand? Well, what you're looking at's over 10 grand in one hand. I have 3 full Damascus Hermans in DLC, Damasteel, Balbach, Damast, and Damacor, and then I have a Francois Dutoy TF4 in polished RWL34 Damacor. I can show them one at a time. This is probably the prettiest of the bunch. That's the one that always gets the juices going, the TF4. The Dragonfly, also definitely a good contender. That's Vanax Damacor and white Damascus. The Peacock, Zerkatai, and Balbach. Slim. And then the very oddly colored Damascus and Bifrost or DLC Damasteel Micro Sting. I think that's the first time I've ever handled all of those knives in one hand. That's a little bit nerve-wracking, and I'm gonna put all that stuff back. Those were not all purchased, close together. Those were purchased individually over a long period of time. Actually, to be honest, the Dragonfly came for free from. That was back when they were wanting to be, congratulatory. There was a whole live unboxing of that thing. That was my first custom. Yeah, those don't come out very often, and when they do, it's usually one at a time because I'm really terrified of dropping one. Sorry. Yeah, that was kind of a major flex there. This is me locking the the case back up. And I have a custom Arch Nemesis. Yeah, I do have that. That one's plain, but I mean, like rightfully so. That's the way I would have ordered it. My wife got me that one. You can put knives on a policy, and yes, they are. That was a tricky deal, but we got it done. Show the Arch Nemesis. Okay, hold on. Whoop. This was my 5th anniversary gift for my wife. Full titanium double compound dagger Arch Nemesis. Look at that milling. Oh, boy, that's just absolutely beautiful. That's the crown jewel of my collection, honestly. Even amidst all the other pretty stuff, this is my favorite knife in my collection. And it always will be. It's such a unique knife. Greatest flipping action of any knife that I've ever felt. The true Brian Nadeau custom lip detent is like no other. We're getting close to giveaway time here, guys. She knew, Levi, like, she knew how much, like, there was a video where I just lost my mind over the first Arch Nemesis that I handled, and I was like, this is just so spectacular. I want one of these so bad, and I knew how hard it was going to be, and she messaged Brian, and somehow he saw it, and then confirmed that she was who she was, probably through Levon of the Knife Nuts podcast, and then she paid for it in full. But that got made like to what she was like. This is what he likes, and then they made it. So Have you ever seen her own Scorpion 6 knife stuff before? They do fixed and folders. U.S. handmade, known CNC titanium is pretty much standard love. No, I've not. I have not, but I should look them up. I love USA stuff. She did. She does personally like the arch nemesis. She said that was a big reason why she went for it. Is that that was something that she also very much liked the look of. And whenever I try to show her stuff, 99% of the time she says that looks ugly. If she were a knife reviewer, she would be the heaviest aesthetic critic. She hates the way that most knives look. So particular. To get to find a knife that she goes, that I like how that looks. It's so rare. It's like 1 in 100. Most of the time, best case scenario, I get a, that's okay. It looks like a knife. Yeah. Well, most of the time she says, it looks phallic. And most of the time that's what she says. Show us the T1000. Okay. The last knife I'm going to show off before I get the giveaway knives out. So this is the Crane's Cutlery exclusive. Actually, a knife example of something that I bought off of somebody on it was on Instagram. This was another YouTube creator who said, I have one of these if you want one, and I will sell it to you for what Crane's Cutlery sold it for. I don't think there are very many of these. I think there's like 30 of them that exist. So this is the production T1000 in 3V and Zircotai. Quite a bit of it, actually. Big, chunky backspacer, pocket clip. It is a beefy boy, for sure. A very, very beefy boy with the twin locks. So now it's locked here, and with the frame lock, and has the external stop. So it's not coming undone. Unless you see, you push this up and it kicks those things out, and now you can disengage it, which is kind of neat. It's a heavy boy for sure. Okay. It looks like AI made it. We're not too far off from AI knife designs, I don't think. I mean, it's more complicated than people think. Like, I think where AI is, like, you know, in terms of like interaction with a computer is extremely advanced, but like applying it to, you know, like CAD, I don't know if it's incredibly simple yet, but I bet we're going to get there really soon. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm talking about there. I'm just guessing. Okay, let's move these off to the side real quick. And I'm just kind of trying to keep these spaced out so they're not bumping into each other. Okay, this is your last chance. If you have not entered, what are there? Almost 700 people in here. If you have not entered, step 1, there's a link in the description. You need to click on that link and leave a comment. Also, here's a good time to plug my membership program. If you're wondering about the people in chat who have helmets beside their names, those are the people who have joined my membership program. You'll gain access to the color-changing badges that rank up over time, the longer you're a member. First blue, then green, then purple, then red, then gold, then platinum. I'm sure they'll all show off their stuff in chat. You'll also gain access to the exclusive Excalibur emojis, which you'll probably also see in chat right now. It's $1.99 a month, and it supports the channel, and you'll be recognized as an official member. That's the second link in the description if you want to join. You can also join my Patreon if you want to, where I do exclusive knife giveaways, exclusive content, all of that. There's a $1 tier. It's up to you. There's a bunch of different tiers, but they're all essentially the same access. The Patreon is also linked in the description. You might have to scroll down a ways. I'm not going to spend too much time on the plug there. Let's go ahead and show off the knives that are going to be given away tonight. So, first off, we have the Civivi Spiny Dogfish, which I thought was actually a nice departure from what Civivi usually does. We have a really interesting sort of G10 pattern here, kind of a river rock or like a weird, I don't know what you call this pattern, but a compound reverse tanto kind of blade shape, whatever you want to call that. So hollow and then flat. Pretty cool. And I think these are 14C 28N. Can we see? Is it going to actually? Yeah, 14C 28N. So we have that guy there. Then we have a large knife, not a budget knife, actually. It's outside of where I normally say is a budget knife. And I forget the name of this. You guys can probably help me out here. Here's the model number and all the information there. But this is a recent one from Artisan Cutlery. A bigger boy, definitely a larger knife. Liner lock, nice contoured micarta, AR RPM 9. Great action, mainly because the blade is so heavy. We're getting the rainbow effects from the RGB keyboard there. But yeah, great action. Definitely a larger knife. I think these are, I can't remember exactly what these go for, and I honestly can't remember what it's called. What is it? The accelerator. That's exactly what it is, the accelerator. So a larger knife there. And we have a Vosteed. I think you guys will be really excited about this one because I just recently reviewed it. It was either today or yesterday. And that's the Vosteed grind with the Scandi grind. Super duper sharp. Very nearly zero edge. This is the one with the micro bevel. We have 154 cm micarta, and we have the axis lock here. This is one of the sharpest factory edges I have ever seen on a budget knife. Very good. I think this is right at the line at about 75 bucks. So the winner tonight will actually receive all three of these. Micro rotation, if you will. Such great music for the reveal, too. Or a majestic trio. The trifecta of, well, the knives that I'm giving away tonight. Okay, so those are going to be the three knives. Let's, is everybody entered? I'm going to move this now. And this is going to go here, and this is going to go here, and this is going to go here. We are not going for the TRMs tonight, so let me just move those off the screen. Give me a sec, and I will load up comment picker real quick. You can just talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves for a bit. All right, I got to log into Premium again. Hold on. Premium login. There we go. There we go. That's either they've made that easier or I've just figured it out. Okay, so let's refresh the page so everybody knows that it's ready to go. So we have a brand new one here. Now we're going to zoom in here, and we're going to paste the link. This should be the exact link to the private video that you guys all entered on. You are welcome to type that into your browser and make sure that I'm telling the truth and that that's the actual link. We're going to filter duplicate users. That way everybody's comment only counts for one. And we don't have to do the bot check anymore. That's great. Small quality of life improvement for being a paid member to this now. They must have figured out they've a ton of users using this, so Yep, 1,272. That makes sense considering the population is now 800 people. That's par for the course. So your odds tonight are 1,201 and 1,272. One person will be winning all three. Let's just zoom that in right there. Okay. The winner of all three knives on the table tonight is... Oh, let's focus. Make sure and focus. Okay, well, here we go. Michael White, you are the winner. He just said hello. Hello, Michael White. Congratulations. You won 3 nice knives tonight. You will need to contact me with your shipping information. Contact me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com with your shipping information, and I'll get this stuff shipped out next week. Please don't fret if I don't respond to you immediately. Sometimes it takes me a little bit, and this is going to be a busy weekend, but your stuff will be shipped out on Thursday, and I will communicate with you before then. Please do not message me if you are not Michael. Is Michael here? Has anyone seen him? He is? Michael, you can spam chat right now, just so I can find you. Michael White, if you are here, spam chat. Whatever you want, man. Just gotta find you. "200 people immediately leave." He's not here. He's got 7 days. Not a bot. They haven't found their way in. They haven't found their way into that. They don't. If they do, it's the next day, but not during the live stream. The bots have not found a way into that yet. He's here. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Yeah, there he is. He said hello. There he is. Good. Now I know. He knows. So anybody rubbing their hands together going, "Ooh, I'm gonna matrix him because I'm a hacker." No, you're not. Sit down and shut up. It's Michael White tonight. He is the winner. He is the sole winner, and he's the only person who's allowed to message me about these knives. You're certainly welcome to email me about other things. I might not reply, but Michael White is the only person who's allowed to email me about the winnings. Fantastic. Michael, don't worry if I don't respond to you tonight. It's going to be a crazy night. In fact, don't be surprised if it's like, Monday when I reply to you, but I promise you'll get your stuff. And I'll confirm it with you and send you tracking on probably late Thursday. B-Day Ruski Fun. What time is it? Oh. I get it. Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm pushing it right now already. I'll hang out for a few more minutes. A few more minutes. A few more beers. Man, I freaking love this dungeon synth stuff. I absolutely love it. I think it's the perfect background music for these streams. We'll give away some MC memberships here in a sec. Alrighty. Let's move this here since he's already got it. By the less amount of time that I leave my email address there. Thanks for filling up my email inbox with about 7,000 emails. When I say that I don't reply to everybody, that's why. It's just not possible. It's not because I'm like being a douche. I just like I can't get to it. That's not like all at once. That's just over time. Oh no, the dungeon synth ended. Nah, I'm good. Okay. Let's give away some memberships. Yeah, okay. Since you guys donated about $40 tonight, we'll give that back in the form of memberships. How about that? All right, here's 20 from me. Congrats to the people who won. YouTube will randomly select people in chat. Congrats. Congrats. You guys are always really nice with live stream donations. And so it's, I try to give a chunk of that at least. Tonight was perfect. You guys donated $41.66. So that's what it cost me to donate the membership. So happy to give that back. A bunch of it obviously comes back to me because it's their memberships. So, but still though, it's nice. You guys are nice. We can scratch each other's back, right? Oh, you had to toggle gifts to be able to receive. Did you guys know that? Robin HTK said you have to toggle gifts on YouTube channels to be able to receive gifted subscriptions. You guys better figure out what you need to do. If you want to win those, you better figure out. I didn't know that. So make sure you have your settings correct. Can I get in touch with you to talk about sending you my 2 Scorpion 6 knives to look at review? If so, email or something. Yeah, you can email me. I'll try to take a look at it. Here's my email address. Excuse me. metalcomplex87@gmail.com. And shoot me an email. I'll try and watch out for it. I have a lot of stuff here, so it might take me a little bit to, before I say, yeah, go ahead and mail it. Because otherwise it's going to be with me for like months, and I don't want people to have to send stuff for that long. So I never did it before. No, I only got like 50. There was 50 gifted. Oh yeah. Well, it's weird that YouTube would make you toggle that. Like, why would you not want it if it doesn't cost you anything? That seems counterproductive to their strategy, right? David Hurst, welcome to Knights Around. Knights raise your swords for David Hurst. Enjoy the badges and Excalibur emojis. Yeah, I know, right? I'm hoping that the future, I can't say that I'm hoping the future of YouTube is bright. That's the wrong word. I'm hoping that the future of YouTube is less dusty. Let's put it that way. YouTube has treated me well, and obviously, I'm doing this full time, so it's well enough to do that, and I get to buy the stuff that I like and show it to you guys and whatever. So that's great, but I'm hoping that the inevitable changes over time don't affect me in a horrendously negative way. So we'll see. That's all you can do is cross your fingers. That's the risk of this is that you know you can build a channel with a huge following and you can be successful on YouTube, but that's the reward part. But the risk part is you can get the axe at any moment. I mean, literally any moment. So, but nowadays, the same could be said for any occupation. I mean, obviously, certain occupations have better long-term solidity, reliability. Like some occupations have better long-term reliability for sure. You're more resilient to changing economics and this or that. But the last few years, I think, proved to all of us that we're not standing on as firm a ground as we think. Everything's a little bit wobbly, and it's kind of scary. So all we can do is just kind of roll with it and just hope for the best. I guess that's life, though, right? Hope for the best. It's impossible for me to review a sword because I don't know anything about them other than just the general, like I have no experience whatsoever with the sword. With pocket knives, it's much easier because you can carry a pocket knife on your person and you can use it. Even like the most casual user will use it a couple of times a day, and over a long period of time will gain a pretty substantial amount of insight. I've always said that the average person could do exactly what I do pretty well. I mean, that's why we see so many knife reviewers on YouTube. It's really not that difficult. You can add your own personal flair to it, this or that, but you know, anybody can carry a pocket knife or different types of pocket knives, over a long period of time and gain a lot of useful insight. There's no difference between me and the average Joe, right? It's just like what you think and how you say it, will determine whether or not people listen to it, which is just it's general, it's just society, right? I'm glad you're entertained. I try to some of the some of the uploads that are coming up, I threw a lot of weird stuff into, and not intentionally. It just sort of happens. But I was laughing yesterday because I recorded two reviews in a row that were just ridiculous. I didn't edit it. A lot of times I would go back and edit and be like, it was kind of. But I know that a lot of you watch for those ridiculous tangents, and so there are some future reviews with some really weird tangents. You tune in for the impressions. I'm glad because I still do them. I don't ever want to force it. I want to wait until something comes up that's organic, and let it be in the moment. Because if you force it, if you're just like, oh, people like this, so I'm going to do it, then it's not fun. Then it's like, man, he's found like a thing and he's pushing that button over and over again. I won't. I did edit one. I made the biggest edit to a Knife Guy episode ever. It was a couple episodes ago. I edited 9 minutes out of a Knife Guy episode because it was just. I went back and listened to it and I was like, this is ridiculous. It wasn't that it wasn't real. It was just so off topic and weird. I can't even remember what it was, but I got sidetracked for so long. It was just a waste of time. But most of the time, I won't edit that stuff. I always go back and, especially when it's a long video, I'll go back and be like, what did I say? I got to make sure that what I'm saying actually makes sense. It's actually relevant to the content. You're here to hear me burp. Yeah, I'll never edit out the burps for sure. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, people from all over, it's time to be done tonight. This was very fun, as per usual. Expect another live stream next weekend and look forward to the 300,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm going to be announcing the prizes somewhat soon. It depends. If another short goes viral and it gets like 5 million views, then it might be in a week, right? But uh, I'm thinking it'll be, a few weeks at least. And excuse me, as we approach the 300K sub point, you can expect to see a video where I talk about the prizes, which will be very, very cool. This will be an exceptionally epic giveaway event. And I am certain. And by the way, the prizes will go to multiple people, not all to one like I do on the live streams. There will be multiple winners. So it should be really, really fun. Anyways, thanks again for your continued support. Expect the usual waterfall of content. I have a lot to show you guys. A lot of cool stuff has come in, and there's a lot of cool stuff right around the corner. I hope you all have an excellent rest of your Friday evening and an excellent rest of your weekend.